In today's lab, we'll be touching the topic on identifying unknown metals. In our experiment, we have three unknown metals, our foam cup, our scale, our graduated cylinder, and our distilled water. We are given that silver, radium, and platinum are 10.5, 21.45, and 12.4 grams per cubic centimeter. So to begin our experiment, we're going to first measure our foam cup as 9.6 grams. So we're going to tare that. And we're going to pour our unknown metal number 1. So we have poured 45.92 grams. So now we're going to remove this. We're going to tare. And then we're going to pour this into our graduated cylinder that has our initial volume of 31.4 milliliters. So we're going to pour our foam cup with our mixture into the cylinder. Pour it all. So our volume is now 35.1 milliliters. So now we could write this down in our. So for our metal one, our mass was 45.97. Our initial volume was 31.4. And our final volume was 35.1. Now we'll be looking for the metal volume, which would be 3.7. That is taking away the final volume and the initial volume, which is 35.1 and 31.4 milliliters. Now we're looking for density. Density is mass over volume. So we'll be doing 45.97 grams divided by 3.7 milliliters. So we would be getting 12.4. And if we look at our given mixtures, it would be rubidium. So we're going to be finding for the second metal, which would, of course, measure our first cup. We're going to tare that, and we're going to pour our second mixture. So we have our mass 59.87 grams that was transferred. Now we're going to remove that. So now we have our graduated cylinder that has 51.3 milliliters for our initial volume. And we're going to now pour our metal mixture into the cylinder. So 5.7 was placed. So our final volume is 57 milliliters. So now we could write this data down in our table. We have 59.87 grams, and for our initial volume we have 51.3, and for our final we have 57. So now we'll do the same thing by subtracting the final with the initial volume, which is 5.7. 5.7. And now we're going to find for density, which is mass over volume. So it will be 49.87 take-home divided by the 5.7, which would get 10.5 as our density. And when we look at our mixtures, silver. So now we'll be looking for our third unknown mixture. So first we're gonna, of course, measure our foam cup and we're gonna tare it. Then we're gonna add our final mixture. So we ended up pouring 78.64 grams. So now we're going to remove it. And now we're going to pour it in our graduated cylinder. But first, we need to take the initial volume of that cylinder, which was 53.8 milliliters. And now we're going to pour. So our final volume is 57.5 milliliters. So now with this information, we could go to our board table and we're going to write 78.64 grams, initial volume 53.8 liters, and for our final 57.5. To find our metal volume, we're going to have to put 57.5, take away the 53.8, which will get 3.7, which is familiar. And now we're going to search for density. We're going to put 78.64 divided by the 3.7. And we would get 21.2, which could be 3 if you round off, but it's 21.25, which you round off would be 21.3. And if we look at our scale here, the closest would be 21.45, which would be platinum. So with this information, we can now write it here. Our initial was radium, our second was silver, and our final was platinum. So we could check, and it is well done. We have completed this experimental lab. Thank you.